Hey guys, Mike Mackerlin with Gym Supplement Science and gymstapani.com and workouttrainer.com. So taking you guys kind of like in stages during the different build out phases that we're having here at the gym, the offices, the corporate offices, as well as the studio that we use to shoot all the content for both Jim Stapani and myself and everything we do here at the Gym Fitness Network, which I'll explain. So come in, we're about 99% done. The only thing we have to kind of finish up is some of the stuff in the kitchen area that we're gonna start doing some design. But you guys have seen this stuff. We got the product wall, we got tons of product here. It's for myself and the guys who do training here. So the guy behind the camera, Mikey, as well as when Jim comes in, we actually have access to some products before we train. Plus it's just a nice display case. So when you walk in, obviously we have all the images of the different programs. Now listen, what you guys are really going to be experiencing in the next couple months is as I said, now that this studio is kind of built, we're going to start shifting our focus back onto the media. So we're going to be doing a lot more things that have to do with Jim's workouts. If you guys are not members of gymstapani.com, you're really limiting yourself, especially because right now, if you get in now, there's some things that you can take advantage of that we're gonna be rolling out in the future, to where if you're kind of grandfathered in, now you get to experience some of those things and kind of partake in like the building phase of what we're doing. So remember, gymstapani.com, guys, has all these programs. I mean, all of these programs now, a lot of you are familiar with Shortcut to Size, Shortcut to Shred. These are kind of like the marquee programs that are on bodybuilding.com, but those are only 2 programs. These 2 programs are like not even a rounding error compared to all the other ones, like Hit 100, Down and Up Mass, 6 Weeks to Sick Arms, Super Shredded 8, which I'm actually doing right now, which is an amazing workout program. We got a lot of stuff that's happening. The apps we're developing. We're going to do some mini apps for the individual workouts, so you got to check out gymstapani.com. We're going to start building out some of these network things. We're going to have a lot of different trophies. This is actually one of Jim's trophies his dad sent in, so thank you, Senior Stapani. This is 1987 AAU, I have no idea what that is, Teenage Mr. Bay State Bodybuilding Championship, over 5'9". So those of you who think Jim Stapani is shorter than 5'9", this is when he was a teenager. The guy's actually like 6'2", although he's shrinking, he's getting old. So this obviously is our offices again. Still in the process of building some things out in here. Haven't really focused too much just because this is where a lot of just the minutia of the work gets done. It's not necessarily we're doing a lot of video. All those boxes back there are actually the rest of Jim's trophies that I have yet to put together. So when you guys understand about the people who are involved in Gym Supplement Science, truly, it's really Jim Stapani and myself. We started it, and we are the 2 guys who pretty much handle everything. He does everything with the fans, and I'm, the marketing, kind of the behind the scenes guy. He and I did work together at the magazine, but we have a small group. The guy holding the camera right now, Mikey Mann, he's our videographer, our, official videographer. There's another guy who's been a business partner of mine, James Card. You guys might know him from the Gym Army page. This, again, Mike Fiegel, I'm gonna give you a little shout out. I think it was you who recommended that this, rather than having a whole bunch of images of all the Gym Army transformations, we have a monitor here, or a TV, to where we actually have a rolling script of the individual Gym Army transformations that we get. We get, a lot of them every day loaded to Jim's site as well as the Facebook page. So Mikey, you got to start, figuring out how to finish that video. So he's still editing it, but we're gonna get through it. So in here, you guys have already seen this. This is just kind of like our little conference area. Jim does a lot of video in here. He's starting to do some video in here in the kitchen area. We haven't really gotten into the meal prep or the cooking just yet because it's still kind of a barren kitchen. We're gonna put some shelves in, get a refrigerator, but I've been really focused on the gym, which you guys have seen a lot of the videos that we're doing in there. So the cool thing, the reason why I have the Gym Fitness Network up here is what this is gonna entail, guys, is this is what we're focusing on. This is the future of Gym Supplement Science, and what we're doing here is that we want to build a network, a fitness network that includes gymstapani.com. If you are not a member of gymstapani.com, you're limiting, your involvement in what you can be getting access to in order to hit your goals. That is where all of Jim's content is. Every one of these programs, like I said, Superman, Super Shredded 8, I don't even have enough wall space to put all the programs that are actually on there. I'm not talking about these little rinky-dink programs. I'm talking about 4, 6, 8, 12-week programs with meal plans, supplements, outlining exactly what you need to take, how you need to take it, based on your meal plans for breakfast, snacks, lunch, dinner, and then even takes it a step further, say, okay, what do you train at morning, noon, or night? And here's a meal plan for that. Here's your schedule. Essentially what we want to be able to do is just say, here is everything you need to do with your eating, your supplements, your training for the next 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 weeks, however long the programs are. That's what JYMStepani.com is there for. So this obviously is the gym. You guys have been familiar with it, but we're actually finishing here, guys, which is really cool. I told you, this is kind of cool. Everyone who comes in here, we're having them sign the wall. So this is Jim's dad. You see Jim Stepani Sr. This is Jim's signature. This is mine. This is our other guy who's going to be running our publishing group, Luke Thompson. I think this is one of the guys from bodybuilding.com. Mikey's signatures here. So anyone who comes in here, I want you guys to sign the wall. It's going to be, or sign the door. It's kind of cool. So this is it. This is the gym. This we just had put in. So this was the big vinyl. So this is the backdrop to what we have when we shoot. We obviously want a big representation of the brand as well as Jim, something motivating. And I got to tell you, when you train in here and you're staring at, you know, a big ass picture of Jim training or 3 big pictures of Jim training, it is motivating. I can tell you that. So the visual aspects of what we're trying to achieve in here, I think have been done real well. We spent a lot of money and a lot of time personally to try and get things done in here. So we've kind of outfitted the gym with pretty much everything that you could possibly imagine. There's not much that we don't have in here or that we can't do, and that's the reason why it's important that we have a space like this. Look, is it for training? Yeah, but this is not a gym to where we're having people come in and work out. This is a place where we can actually demonstrate what we're doing, how to do it. So in here, as I said, if you turn around, you know, this is the big TV. So we're gonna start experimenting with some live Google Hangouts, where we're gonna be having, you know, people's comments and displayed up there to where Jim, myself, and other experts are gonna be in here. And if you guys have questions about these things, saying, you know, how do you perform a box squat, or how do you do a lat pull down? We can have Mikey here behind the camera follow us around as a live feed, and literally it'll be just like what you're seeing now. So if you're saying, okay, Mike, you know, how to do a leg press? Okay, well, when you're down here on a leg press, you get down, you gotta keep your back flat, those types of things, because there's a lot of techniques, there's a lot of things that you guys have to be aware of, so when you are training, you're getting the best results. So that's pretty much it, guys. You know, this is our space. It's where a lot of content's gonna be coming to you guys. I feel that it's very important to always keep you guys up to speed, the Gym Army, as well as anybody else who's seen this, to what's going on in here. You know, we're very transparent with everything that we do, from the products that we have, to the content we have, to just the type of relationship that we have. You know, Jim and I, as well as everybody else who we work with, you know, we're regular guys. You know, this is what we happen to do for a living. We're passionate about it. We're very blessed and privileged to be able to communicate with literally tens of thousands of people. And so we take that very seriously. It's a huge responsibility. And one thing that we understand is that the service part of what we do is the pinnacle of how this company and this brand is going to be, you know, blossomed into success. It's service. And so many people don't understand that. So many brands, so many companies don't understand that. If you sit down and have a corporate meeting about dollars and cents, you've already lost. I've been in that environment. Jim's been in that environment where all we sat down and discussed was where we're at with the numbers, the P&L, the budget. That is not our model. The only times that we take to actually when we're not doing this, the conversations we're having is about what else can we do to try and come up with ideas to service you guys, to make sure that you're brought into our world, you feel that you're a part of it, and that it's something that truly is special. It's gonna help you guys hit your goals. So that's it, guys. Hope all of you watch this. I know it's probably like a 20-minute video. I like to talk a lot, but whatever. I'm passionate about what we do, guys. Until next time, it's Mike McElwain with the Gym Fitness Network, coming to you from the gym. Until next time, take care.